What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, and I'm kind of in motivational speaker mode tonight. There's something that's on my heart I want to relay to y'all because I know that somebody that's watching this video is going through this right now. And if you're not going through it, you have been through it. And if you haven't been through it and you're not going through it, then you haven't lived long enough. You got to keep waking up. And what I want to really talk to y'all about tonight is about um, protecting and maintaining your peace. Protecting your peace. I know it sounds kind of weird, but PEACE. Protecting your peace, man. Because the same way that if you look around the world and you look at the international climate, with America being on the brink of war with Iran, and just historically all the different wars that have taken place all around the planet over the course of centuries and over the course of millenniums, it makes you come to the understanding that peace, 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 is always under attack. There's always entities that are out there to disrupt and bring an end to peaceful environments. Now that's the macrocosm. That's the macro. Breaking it down to the microcosm, basically, of self. You have a inner peace that should be protected and guarded and maintained to the best of your ability at all times. Unfortunately, there are people around you that set out, whether knowingly or unknowingly, whether intentionally or unintentionally, they set out every day. Well, they don't set out to do it if it's unintentional. Some people, that's just their personality. But they attack your peace. They have you in a state of mind where it's constant tension and the constant bracing for a warlike situation. And of course, it's not of the magnitude of the war I spoke about a few minutes ago when you talk about nation against nation. But in reality, it's actually just important, or maybe more so important, because this physical anatomy that we have, this anatomical construct that we are housed in, that the real us is housed in, is all we got. Within that, within this shell, exists an essence. And for most people who reach a certain age, see, when you're young, you have a greater tolerance for pretty much everything. You can deal with a little beef here and there. You may argue on the basketball court a little more vehemently than you would when you get a little older. In other words, when you reach a certain point in your life, there are certain things that just don't mean as much to you as they used to. There are certain things that are just not as important or as serious in your eyes as they may have once been when you were younger. And you look back at it and you be like, why was I tripping on that? The point I'm making is that when you get old enough, typically you would feel as though people would level out in terms of the intensity of their confrontational mentality. Some people do. Some people don't get a chance to, because that volatile nature that they may have exhibited may have led to somebody canceling them permanently. And then some people just live to be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old and it never clicks. They never get it. So what's your responsibility if you are a person who likes to be in a peaceful environment? Of course, things ain't gonna be rosy and peachy all the time, but you want that ratio, you want that peace to war ratio to be predominantly in favor of peace, not the other way around. So you have to protect your peace at all costs, because we make the mistake of continuing to exist in situations that are not beneficial to our peace. And when you reach that point, it's no longer the person's fault who's breaking the peace. Now it's your fault, because you continue to remain among the peace breaker. So now you stressed out. Now you high blood pressure. Now you may click, flip out and kill somebody or do something or assault somebody. Hopefully it doesn't, take you to that extreme. You may lose focus on other aspects of life that you absolutely need to be focused on, but this situation keeps bringing you away from that which you should really be concentrating on, because you got to keep going back and beefing with the peace breaker. So you have an obligation as a person to protect your own peace. There's nothing greater in the world than peace. Nothing. There are people who don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of possessions. They live simple, modest lives. They may barely get by as it relates to material things and things of that nature, but they are the happiest people in the world because they have a peace of mind, and their spirits are at ease because of the environment in which they have created for themselves, and the people that they surround themselves with, because you become a product of that which you surround yourself with or allow to be in your space. Then there are other people who seem to have everything, money and possessions and everything you can name, but they are the most internally disrupted people that you're going to come across, because they don't have any peace. Because forces on the outside of them and forces within them are causing them to be dissatisfied. So the first step to keeping your peace and maintaining it or obtaining it is to recognize what kind of situation you're in. Ask yourself, am I in a peaceful situation? In my job, in my house, relationship, in my neighborhood, whatever the case may be. Some people with their own children. I mean, and if you honest and go, nah, man, this ain't right for me. You got to get out. You got to get out. You got to make a decision to say, you know what? It's not worth it, regardless of what little elements may be keeping you there. Because some people hang around based on whatever reason. Though, I mean, I've been here so long, I'm comfortable. I don't have anywhere else to go. Um, it's all good. I'm good. I'm straight. You try to be hard, but you're not peaceful. And the last thing I'm gonna say is that sometimes we exist in those types of situations so long that they become the norm. That's when you really know you're lost, because now you're delusional and you don't really know what it is